Hello guys, this is my collaboration with Poker's Corner, my second collaboration with him, the infamous Poker's Corner. Hope we had fun, we had a good chat together, all sorts. Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, State British Boxing, Quality World Boxing Champions, all sorts. A lot of fun. Big catch up after many years of not talking. So this is my second video. I did a video. Poker's actually one of my first videos I did reverse boxing collaboration when I first started this channel. So this is like a nice reunion on YouTube. Hope you enjoy my guys, my video with Paul Corner, my second collaboration with him. Take care. Anyways, have fun. Enjoy. Enjoy, enjoy.
Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. I say the things on here that nobody dares say. Where's Kent, my mate? Hope you're well, Kent. Give me a ring or send me a text. Big shout out to Peter De Freitas. Hope you're well, Peter, and getting well. Porky's International will be back tonight at some point, so jump over there. And our sponsors will be pinned up in the comments section. Today we're joined by Yemi from London. How are you doing, Yemi? Are you all right, mate? Think you might need to unmute. Let's have a look. I'll send him a text message. Unmute.
Okay, we're doing
Oh
your
yeah, oh,
Pokey.
yeah. Sorry, you're on. How are you doing, kid? All right? Are you okay? What's happening here, lad?
Yeah, okay, not here.
Can you hear me, mate? Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on here?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate. Yeah,
Okay, I'll put my microphone in.
be
Okay,
a
no,
good
no.
idea. Be a good idea, lad, wouldn't it?
Okay, anyways, let's rock and roll. Ready when you are, pal.
Long time no see. How are you?
Yeah, it's been a good few years. It's been a good few years. I've had some interesting times on YouTube since, because you're my first guy, you're my first YouTuber I actually had a video with on my channel.
Yeah. Have you still got your channel?
Yeah, I have.
Give it a shout out. And what's your channel called?
Yeah, it's called Chatting Boxing with Yemi Babatunde.
Chatting boxing with Yemi Babatunde. Good man. Are
Yeah,
you to Tunde Ajayi?
no. I wish. No, we're the same tribe though. We're both Nigerian.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Okay. Uh, right. I don't know where to start with
Let's
that.
do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. It's been a long time.
Hey there, mate.
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I was going to ask you what you thought about misfits and fighters who are professionals and ex-professionals all trying to jump on the misfits scene. What do you think to that, Yemi?
It's good and bad. So I guess it's good for the fighters. It's extra dough. Boxing is a hard sport to make a decent living off. So I guess it's a revenue stream for fighters to make money. For those of you to make a good living whilst they're a pro. So it's good in that sense, but it's bad in that sense because it allows anybody to be a boxer. It doesn't give, you can, as long as you got a big YouTube following, as long as you got like a couple million or a couple 100,000 subscribers, anyone can be a boxer. So it makes boxing less, less, serious for the mainstream. Because if Jake Paul can be a boxer, why can't you? So it discredits the sport in that way because there's less barriers to entry. All you have to do is just be popular on YouTube or have a big social media following. So anyone who has a following can essentially box. So it's pros and cons to mixed fix and the whole influencer boxing realm.
Yeah, it's there's not as many barriers, is there, to get involved in misfits? And do you think it's a safe sport? I mean, we could, in my opinion, we could end up with somebody on misfits, somebody who's been an actor or somebody who's been on radio or a TV presenter, whatever. they could end up with somebody who can bang a bit, and they could end up on slab. That's my opinion. And I think that's what'll stop all this in end somebody getting hurt. What's your thoughts on that, Yemi?
Yeah, definitely. There's all potential, especially novices entering who would never, lace a pair of gloves, entering this dangerous sport. Definitely could lead to a casualty. Absolutely. A high risk in that.
Yeah, yeah, I see where you're coming from. What do you think about Frotch and Darren Till? Do you think that'll happen, or do you think Frotch is just trolling them all for views?
Yeah, no, no, no. Big knows it come about less than 10 million. If KSI wants to give Fox 10 million to fight um the Scouse, then yeah, but Fox ain't fighting till less than 10 million.
Yeah,
He wants that money.
yeah,
He
okay,
just hype. He just hype. That's to get some more views on his channel to keep his name relevant.
okay. Uh, the media at the moment, me and Terry Chappendama, we think that the media at the moment are very weak. When anybody ever says anything detrimental about, especially Eddie Hills, the Iceman, 7-0, five by way of course. We have the same old people every time. Bombay Dave, Judge Jordan, Super Bean, the disappearing man Bellew, the guard, company man Barker. They all seem to come out and defend him no matter what's gone on, even if Eddie Hills is in the wrong. Do you think this has got to stop for the sport to move forward?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the media is very biased, especially to mainstream promoters like. Yeah, because the thing is, everybody's afraid of getting access because if you offend, Eddie Hills or Big Top, you're not getting access to them, and they're the two biggest promoters in British boxing, and especially these people on social media, they want the followers, they want the views. About access to these people, not gonna get their views, so that's why they're keeping it very hush hush PC, not asking the right questions because they want to get access to them, their fighters and their events.
Yeah, okay. It just shows you, though, the power of the promoters at the moment. You can just sense it when they're being interviewed. The interviewers, they just seem to skirt around everything, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. It's extremely biased, extremely.
Mm.
Anything that that will make them feel comfortable, that will make them feel comfortable. They'll ask him, afraid of retribution. The old days when Umar asked Eddie the question he liked. Umar was forced to by Big Coogan to be friends with Big Talk. Big Talk was more like he felt more at ease with Umar than Umar was with Eddie. So. That's why. 'Cause that's why Eddie has his favorite. Eddie likes, Bobby Parsons and Cougs. He don't like certain people interviewing him. So saying big talk. Everybody has their favorites. Everybody has their favorite. No one wants to be around people who don't feel uncomfortable. It's all about being a
Oh,
part in the circle, I guess, in a
okay.
circle.
Uh, Ben Shalom, he's managed to get a deal with BBC on BBC Two, and he's going to put It's Big Freeze against Jamie TKV for the British heavyweight title. That's their next fight. What do you think to that?
Interesting. I have a mixed opinion. It's a good thing because on terrestrial TV, therefore, there's no extra cost to the viewer. However, think about it nowadays. Who watches BBC 102 apart from Come Dancing or maybe the news? No one watches those type of channels anymore. Everybody's on Netflix, YouTube, Amazon. Who watches the BBC One, BBC Two? When do you watch BBC Two?
No, I
What do you
don't
watch?
know.
I don't. So who would watch boxing on maybe 20 years ago when people watched EastEnders and it had 20 million viewers per episode, but now he watches, the type of channels nowadays. We'll see how it goes. Again, another issue with that channel is he only has 4 dates. As a fighter, how are you going to make a name for yourself? You only fight 4 times. You want to make it maybe once, twice a year. If that 4 fights is nothing. You need at least 10, 15, 20 fights a year. You want to build up your stable. So is that really a good deal when you're only having 4 dates a year and trying to compete with Fast Eddie and Eddie Hills and Brick Tops? So. it's a mixed bag in my opinion. We see how it goes, but I can't see this, being a game changer. Again, he watches BBC now two nowadays, and how you gonna build a stable? How you gonna build stars when if you fight only fight once or twice a year, if that, especially with Cummins prospect.
Yeah. Uh, I see where you're coming from. Max Kellerman, he keeps popping up every other day now for last week, talking Mayweather Crawford. Do you think it's just fantasy stuff, or do you think it possibly could happen that fight, Yemi?
I've heard rumors about this. If Mayweather, only if Uncle Turkey is willing to pay Mayweather 250 million, then or at least 200 million or 150 million, whatever he wants, then maybe. But I doubt it because Mayweather's only going to come back the face of Crawford, and something like Crawford, if the money's there.
Yeah,
I'm not sure Turkey will pay Mayweather that much to come out of retirement, but you never know.
he's going to want paying any Mayweather if he comes back because he could end up losing that fight, couldn't he?
Yeah, and lose his undefeated record, which he doesn't want to do. But that's the money's really, really, really good.
Yeah, yeah, I see where you're coming from with that one. Yeah. Okay. Derek Chisora, he says his
Oh, yeah.
next fight is his 50th and it's his last, but he's said that for his last 12 fights. What do you think?
But here's the appointment though, because we're still waiting on an appointment. I doubt it. Cause I think Giselle will only retire. He wants to get at least a title shot against Usyk or for the vacant IBF title because I think it's mandatory, or at least it's mandatory number one, number two for IBF title shot. Because I doubt they'll get a big name for the 713 card because it's under the Ultimate fight in Manchester, so that would be anyone big. So I doubt it. I think he'll fight again at least in 2026.
Okay. Well, they're looking at saying they're going to get Chisora out this year in Manchester, but it remains to be seen. Joe Joyce has just turned 40. He's coming back. Well, he's having another fight. He didn't really go anywhere, but do you think he's about done now, Joyce?
Yeah, definitely. It's got a slur speech, and I think his faculties are badly affected, especially when it does big Zan knockouts, and I think Joe Joyce is like it's a sad story. I think he should have he should have not fought Zhang and just got those title shots against Usyk, and at least fight for a world title instead of taking those Zhang fights. But it's a shame because he's the one that gave Dubai his first loss, and it turned out Dubai's actually got a far better career.
Yeah. Okay. Joe Joyce, he fought Usyk in the WBSS tournament and got beat, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Do you think that Usyk would have beat him if they'd have fought?
Yeah, definitely. He was outboxer. Usyk just too fast, too smart for Joyce.
Dylan White says that he's not finished and he's on a comeback trail. Do you think he's got anything to offer, Yemi?
No, no, just a gatekeeper. Unless he wants to become a gatekeeper for unless he wants a Chisora fight, maybe, or if Dave Allen wants a rematch with and the Can Man, maybe, but nah, nothing. Other than a gatekeeper.
Yeah, yeah, I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. Jake Paul, what do you make of him? Yeah, mate, he's just come from nowhere. They've allowed him into the sport, and he's one of the top six power brokers in the sport now for attention and views and power and shows he puts on. And what do you think about him? He's got TV behind him.
He's a good businessman. Love him or hate him. He's a good businessman. He's managed to, make Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano multi-millionaires. He did something that Eddie Hearn couldn't do, which is bring women's boxing to the mainstream. He's done a fantastic job. He's giving good purses to Savannah Marshall, um, Chantel Cameron, all these fighters, Terry Harper, all these fighters that probably wouldn't even make it a good living with Big Top and Fast Eddie Hills. So he's done wonders for women's boxing. So I can't hate him from that. Is he good for the sport? Depend for business. He brings his YouTube following. For boxing, again, it makes boxing less credible because it gives like anyone can be a boxer as long as you've got a good social media following. So it's one of those things. It's good for business, bad for the hardcores.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Uh, Fabio Wardley, he's going to fight Parker. I've got Wardley in this fight. I think he just ices Parker, me. But do you think that he's done very, very well to come from white collar to big?
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. Absolutely, British Commonwealth champion. He's managed to fit a bronze Olympian in Fraser Clark. Absolutely, big face. Absolutely, he's done wonders for him, and it's only a few bob on a long way. You can't fault him. That. Even if he loses against Parker, he's still winning life because I don't think any white collar boxers achieve what he's achieved. Become British Commonwealth champion, and beat a good amateur in Justice Heaney, and actually become a name in heavyweight boxing and beat an Olympian, a bronze Olympian in Clark. So that definitely done wonders. He's winning regardless of loses or his fight against Parker. Absolutely,
He comes across well, I think, Wardley. Do you?
well spoken. Yeah, it's very clever, well spoken.
Yeah, he's popular as well. They did a lot of tickets when he fought at Ipswich in Portman Road football, Ipswich football ground. Yeah,
He knows how to market himself. He knows how to market himself. He knows how to use his football. He also is a big fan of Ipswich, using the Ipswich connection to help boost his popularity. So he's very smart, marketer. Um,
yeah.
Wardley,
Okay.
absolutely.
Moses Itoma. I put a video out the other day, and obviously Ben Davison's now come out and said if they're offered the Usyk fight, he recommends they take it because it's a win-win. They'll get paid a lot of money. I mean, people are talking 25, 30 million. If he loses, well, it's against Usyk and he'll gain the experience so he could come again. But if you fight somebody in a 50-50 fight, in a top five guy for a couple of million, could get beat or whatever. Uh, do you think it's a win-win if you fight Usyk?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As long as Usyk doesn't knock him out cold. Yeah, if he goes distance, Usyk's a win. If he knocks out cold, then maybe not so much. But he gets good payday, world title shot. Yeah, he's a win-win. As long as he doesn't get knocked out, he's a win-win for Talma.
Well, it's if he beats Usyk, he'll end up like Tiger Woods, won't he?
Yeah, definitely, definitely, absolutely. One of the youngest heavyweight champions in history. Definitely, absolutely.
Yeah. Usyk saying he'll accept Jake Paul's offer to fight at MMA. Do you think that's just lip service and PR for views?
I don't know. I think it's serious. I think Usyk just wants an easy payday after a career, a like hard career at cruiser heavyweight. It's undisputed three times. I just think he wants an easy payday. He just wants like Mayweather and Tyson Fury having easy paydays against YouTubers and MMA fight. He just wants an easy payday. So if Usyk wants to fight a Jake Paul MMA fight, then good luck to him. He deserves it. But I think if Jake Paul's serious, I think Usyk will take it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Are we going to see Frank Warren, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, or Eddie Hills on Carl Froch's YouTube channel, do you think, anytime soon?
Beat Luke Patchworth. Ne It's going to happen next year or 2027. It will happen because there's too much money on the table. Turkey will pay Partey what he wants. He'll, it's about money. Partey will come out with time as long as he gets paid well. So it'll definitely happen. Even next year or 2027. It's definitely going to happen. It will happen. At Wembley. Definitely even next year after.
So you see Joshua and Partridge fighting, do you?
Yeah, too much money on the table. Yes, too much money.
Yeah, but
Not
I
not
asked
good.
you if would you do you see them lot coming on Froch's channel? You know, Partridge, Bricktop, Hills, and Big Meech. Do you think they go on Froch's channel after he's been slaughtering him last 18 months?
No, 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 help, no.
Yeah.
The both poor people, no. No, no, no. Big Meat doesn't like. If you talk bad about him, he's not the person. He doesn't forgive. He's neither does Tyson. You don't forgive easily if you talk bad about him.
Yeah,
Partridge. So.
yeah,
No, absolutely not.
yeah. Chantel Cameron's been upgraded yesterday via email to WBC World Champion. Katie Taylor's vacated. She's taking time out. At the moment in the UK, we have one English world champion, Nick Ball. But we're told boxing's booming. Where do you think the problem is? Because we had 13 world champions a couple of years back, didn't we?
Yeah, just the best are fighting the best now because Turkey's bringing money to the sport, so the best have to fight the best because that's where the money is with Turkey. So the ones who are not genuinely world level champions are getting found out. So it is that time when it was 10, 20 years ago, the best weren't fighting the best. It was easy to avoid, the legit champions. If you're a belt holder under certain promoters, you can easily avoid your mandatories. But now Turkey's in the game. The fight, to get the big pay, Turkey wants you to fight the best. So, to change circumstances and, you know, the best are fighting the best now. So there's that time in boxing. We can't really avoid. You want to make the big money, you have to sign Turkey, and Turkey wants you to fight, the best, division.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to go on to part two, mate?
Yeah, sure.
Cheers, mate. I'll see you on part two in a short second. All right. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Our sponsors link is pinned in the comment section. I look forward to seeing Yemi on part two. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Poker's Corner as well. Peace out. Welcome to part two. We're joined by Yemi from London. Whereabouts in London are you from, Yemi?
No, I'm not from London. I'm from Morecambe Bay. I'm a northerner like you.
Morecambe Bay. That's where Tyson Fury lives, isn't it?
Yeah, Luke Patch himself. He lives about half an hour from me.
Does it? Oh, sorry. I thought you were a Londoner lad.
No, good old Morecambe Bay.
Yeah. Do you see Partridge running about in that odd time?
Every now and then, he does his morning walks on the promenade.
He does the walk up promenade.
Yeah, his morning runs, yes.
Good, good, nice to hear. Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. What do you make of it all this? Because we're now hearing that there's definitely going to be free fights and a possible cage fight. I mean, when does it end this, Yemi?
Really, is it so? What, a cage fight for what?
No, they've got a
Really?
fight in November, the second one, and
Okay.
they're talking. There could be a third one. They're saying, well, they're already putting it out there that there could be a third one if Ben wins this. Right now, it looks like it could all be geared up for Ben to win this, and pair of them, if they go anywhere else, they could get beat, couldn't they? Really, realistically.
Yeah, it could.
So, do you think they'll keep it in house and have a third one, and then, would you put it past them having a cage fight in this day and age? Them two.
Possibly, if money talks, then yes one's his mouth, like they say. Yeah, possibly. You bank would you? Yeah, depend if you bank can't make 160, then I think I bank could potentially win on points or late stoppage. It all depends on the rehydration clause. Because rumors like I remember that interview Shalom that they're not going to be committed. That you might not be committed to the rehydration clause. You might not even bother with it. So if they find them, they'll find them. You just do the 160 weight, and if we can make it, we'll make it. So all depends on if we stick to the rehydration clause and if Bank Junior can make the weight. I don't think he can. He's a 168 fighter. He's a 168 fighter. So, but as long as you can make the weight, this fight depends on if you Bank can make the weight comfortably. If you can make the weight comfortably, I think you'll beat some Ben on crush your Ben on points. If not, if he's rehydrated and has the same issue I had at the first fight, even worse, potentially lose on points if not late stoppage by Crusher. But if Ben wins in the rematch, a third fight, potentially MMA fight, a quick cage fight, possibly, if it sells. But we shall see. You never know.
Who's your money on, Yemi?
Depends on the weight. If you, my gut feeling you back on points again, but it all depends on the weight. If we can't make weight comfortably and struggles, Ben could win this time.
And then obviously there'll be a decider, won't there?
Yeah,
They could end up basically having something like £25 million each hard at job for free fights, couldn't they?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're the two big names in British box, two of the biggest names in British boxing. Absolutely.
Do you think it's well deserved that kind of money, or do you think they fluked it because of the parents, because of the dads?
Bit of both. Yeah, nepotism has helped. The names, yeah, obviously, if there wasn't for the names, there wouldn't be the making the money that I'm making now. But I give it to them. Eubank he's a showman. He's learned from his father to sell himself to public, and he has you know put some time into become a legit boxer. Same with Kush, even though Kush hasn't fought the names we wanted to, he tried his best to fight with his ability. So I can't knock him from that. I did try to to be a boxer. They did try. They did put some effort in.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, okay. Did you see the press conference where Eubank and Eddie Hills were going at it, Yemi?
Yeah. Really, really went hard. Like really proper went for Eddie Hills,
Yeah,
Bank. Accused him all sorts like accused of Eddie stopping the ambulance from leaving the stadium 20 minutes wait. Accusing of and also Roberto Smith as well. One thing of that accusing Roberto of being in Eddie Hills' pockets and you know, possibly using the money to embezzle the money he's been fined for other things. So, what will happen is both the British Board Control and Eddie Hills will sue Eubank, and they'll probably have a nice settlement out of court, like they did with Bricktop.
yeah. Nobody ever really goes to court, do they, in boxing? They just settle, don't they? And
Yeah,
blah de blah. But when Eubank was sticking it to him and Eddie were trying to get a word in, but Eubank kept putting him down. Do you think it were out of order for Eddie to start going on about Ricky Hatton? Because experts are saying that he should have brought that up at the beginning when he first started, that to give
there,
Hatton
there,
a
there was a tribute as well in the beginning of the press conference to Ricky as well. There was a tribute. I understand both sides of the argument because I understand that Eubank thinks Eddie Hills was using the Ricky Hatton as a way to to talk and as an excuse to wait for him like to maybe talk over Eubank and try to get some words out. Then yeah, it's both sides of the argument. Yeah, obviously he passed. It's a tragic circumstance. Eddie, Ricky had a legend of boxing, and maybe should have given a couple of minutes of tribute, but it goes both ways as well. I can see both sides of the argument.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Uh, what do you think of David Adelaide? Do you rate him?
He's not going to become a world champion. Yeah, it's going to become maybe the new Chisel. Chisel, I'm not sure. No, it's not going to become like if you talk about world champions like a Toma level. No, maybe European things like a Dillian White level. It will give entertaining fights, but will never be good enough to be world level. You'll be in there competitive, but will never be world champion. You'd be like maybe European fringe level at the best. It's not going to be like the next Usyk or Fury, like one of the British world champions. He's always just gonna be a gatekeeper at best.
Yeah. Question from Jonathan. He sends me loads and every day. Parker Wardley's 25 quid porky. What do you think? What do you
Yeah,
think?
I don't think it's a good fight, but I don't think it should be in pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I don't think this fight is on pay-per-view. Nah, I don't think this fight should have been pay-per-view. I don't know why this fight's on pay-per-view. It's not big. It's a big fight, but it's not pay-per-view for me. It's like if it wasn't pay-per-view, maybe a 10 or 50 quid, but 25 quid. No, that's too much.
Well,
No,
we've
it's
got a
not.
New Zealand guy who ain't got a belt, and Wardley's
Yeah.
not got a belt, and he's ex-white collar, and they're charging 25 quid. I can't understand. I don't know where they're coming
And
from.
also, well, they got back-to-back pay-per-view because that's pay-per-view, as well as the Eubank Ben is on pay-per-view
Yeah,
rematch, and then a week after, Anthony Yarde Benavidez is on pay-per-view. So they've got a lot of pay-per-view fights in November, three back-to-back pay-per-view essentially. So and Eddie Hill said pay-per-view is dead. Obviously not.
yeah. It's. I think it's out of order myself, like, but they're going to keep doing it, aren't they? If they can get away with it, Yemi.
Yeah, if the fans are willing to pay for it, then they're gonna do it
Mm.
till the cows come home.
Just looking at the rankings, Crusher Ben hasn't fought at welterweight for 3.5 years, and he's ranked number four with the WBC at welterweight, and he's ranked number one on BoxRec light middleweight, and he's only had two fights there, and he's now having his second fight on the trot at middleweight, and he's not ranked at middleweight. What do you make of all that?
Same Canal lost to Crawford and he's number one at the WBA or WBC
Yeah,
rankings. It's all about your star power. If you're a star, you're always gonna get favorable treatment by the boxing bodies. If you're a ticket seller, you're always gonna get favorable treatment no matter what. It's about being a star player. If you're nobody, these boxing bodies don't care about you. But if you're somebody like Canelo or Conor Ben, you're always gonna get favors. Just as simple as it is. Just business. It's all about business and you getting name fighters to wear your belts so they can pay the fees and make the money off you.
Yeah, Steve Collins is calling out Eubank to fight his son. Uh, his son got bladdered by Gary Corcoran in one round in sparring when he were a cruiserweight and Gary were light welter. Do you think Steve Collins is just trying to get it mixed for a few quid, a few crumbs?
Yeah, how's that fact possible? Because Constitution is a cruiserweight and Eubanks is a super middle at best. It's a big weight difference. How's that possible?
Well, he's fighting at light heavyweight now, Steve Collins Jr. His fights next Saturday on Bricktop's show in Scotland. Alex Harper Jr. is on there.
Man, I'm sorry, but Steve Collins Jr. is not a name like his father was. So
Yeah,
Eubank Jr. ain't fighting Steve Collins' son, even if it eventually his father, unless there's money involved. There's no money in where's the money in that fight? Because who says Steve Collins Jr.? No disrespect, Steve Collins is a legend, but his son, no one's heard of him.
yeah. Well, his
He's actually
son's
hard
saying
dog.
he can do super middleweight now. Well, Steve's speaking for his son actually. He's saying they can do 168. But he was a cruiser now, and then in light heavy. Now he's saying 168. Do these people not care for their own flesh and blood, boiling them down?
I guess blood's only thick as water. I guess is more powerful than blood at times. People sell their own kids just to make a few buck. Unfortunately, they'll they'll do bad things to their family as long as it pays. Unfortunately,
Yeah. Lawrence Okoli. Do you think he gets his flowers, Lawrence? Because he's WBC number one, and he seems to just not be in the mix for
no.
any talk or anything,
The
does
issue
it?
with Coley, Coley's not. The two things with Coley, unfortunately, Coley's not the best talker, not the most interesting of characters, and also he's not the most entertaining of fighter. He's a skilled fighter, but he reminds me of Andrew Ward. Andrew Ward had the same issues. Although Andrew Ward's a skilled fighter, no one cared to watch him because he was the most entertaining of characters. He doesn't know how to sell himself, and again, his fights are quite boring to watch.
Yeah,
Same as with Coley. To be a boxing star, you have to be either entertaining fighter like a knockout artist, like a Canelo or Big Meech, or a good talker like Luke Partridge or Mayweather. Something you can get eyeballs on your matches. So if you don't like to sell yourself, or you're not entertaining a fighter, unfortunately, you're not getting much love from the casuals, and the promoters are not going to give you less treatment. So. Cole needs to, unless Cole knows that, becomes solely a knockout artist or learns how to sell himself, then he's not going to get much, love from the fans.
okay. Callum Smith, 5 fights in 5 years. He's got nothing lined up. Do you think he's too inactive?
He fought in February. If it was a fight by end of this year, then yes, but we shall see. We shall see. He's had a career best performance against Barazzi, so we shall see. It's a bit too early. But he's not fighting Morel. I thought he's fighting David Morel. Is that fight not been not going on
No,
anymore?
there's nothing
Because I
lined.
know originally Benavidez meant to fight it, but I think they couldn't agree to a purse split. Then Benavidez fight Anthony Yards. But I thought he was fighting David Morel and
No,
Carl
there's
Smith.
nothing lined up, Callum Smith, at the moment.
Okay.
I was just wondering what you thought on that. Dalton Smith. Now, Matchroom are saying their company's worth over 1 billion on Netflix, right? Fair enough. They couldn't win a purse bid for Dalton
Wait,
Smith.
based on what though? Where does a billion net worth from? Is
No,
Matt Freeman
that's
not enough?
just in their
Where?
heads. That's
Where?
not in businessman's
'Cause
head.
I've checked their account, company check. I've checked their account. Their account's nowhere near £1 billion in revenue.
I know, but they're saying it's worth 1 billion in the long
No,
run.
no, he's not. No, he's not. I've checked both Matchroom and Queen's Brewery account, company check, company house. Just trust me. Matchroom, they're a big company, obviously, but not. Talk about Microsoft, Apple. No, they ain't $1 billion company. But I
Uh,
don't know. This is just hype. Just all hype. There's just chit chat. Just
yeah.
talk,
The
talk, talk,
boxing
talk.
department made a profit of 10 million last year. That's 200 grand a week, and they've got stuff to pay out. You know what I mean? So I don't know where they're coming from with that. It'd be tax to come off that, and that if you've checked on that, you'll know that it's not worth a billion, is it? I know they do other sports, darts and ping pong and all that, and pool, but I think they're talking poppycock there. They're just over inflating it, aren't they? A bit like they did with Leighton Orient when they sold that. I just wondered what your thoughts were, and you've already checked the accounts, so you're very smart, young man. Very smart. What do you think to Yard Benavides, Yemi?
Benavidez is a win on points. Maybe late stop is a good fight, but I think Benavidez is for me a clear favourite. Yard will make a competitive earlier on, but Benavidez is just too fresh, too skilled for Yard.
Yeah, Anthony Joshua's been out of the ring now over a year. He's got nothing lined up. Uh, do you think that could cost him not keeping his tools sharp, or do you think there's some
Yeah, yeah, definitely. After knockout, definitely. Terry was saying that he has a feel that maybe Josh was injured. The reason why he's inactive. Do you reckon he's actually injured? Had a serious injury?
Well,
So I
he
wonder
looked
why.
like
Why is
he's injured, but I don't know. I don't know what to make of it, or you don't know what to believe with them, do you?
because obviously he's not gonna fight Fury until next year. So why not have a one-more fight against Tony Yoka or Matt Bacoli? Is he that vulnerable? They can't fight anyone other than Fury.
I don't know, mate, but I'd like to see Joshua in a warm-up fight before Fury. But then again, Fury's saying he'll have a warm-up fight. But why don't they just get at it? They're supposed to be top fighters. This fight, this talk, or this fight's been going on 14, 15 years now, and it just seems to be dragging on, yeah, me, done it? And it's a bit like Pacquiao Mayweather. Do you think that were too late? Kell Brook Khan.
Yeah, yeah, they're definitely too late. This fight is definitely 8 years too late. Definitely, it'll make money though, but it's a fight. It's two fights past their prime, so none of us a fight that will be big bucks, but two fights past their prime, and but we'll start soon. Well, the fight's gonna happen even next year, the year after. It's gonna happen next 2 years, Pokey. It will happen. Too much money not to make this fight happen. Too much
Yeah.
money.
James DeGale, he's signed up to the bare knuckle carry on now. What do you make of that?
I guess you can't quit what you love. So regardless if James Good goes is a multi-millionaire, he wants to do what he loves, which is boxing. Obviously, he can't do it at his level he was at before. So he's just doing another way, like maybe a lesser way in bare knuckle, where he feels he can still compete at because he can be competitive at as a standard boxer. So he's just finding a way to do what he loves best, which is boxing at a lower level in bare knuckle. I guess.
I saw the Lucas Brown bare knuckle fight. Did you see that?
You know what happened? Was it
Lucas
social?
Brown fought this big lump at that BKB or whatever it's called, and he left his face, the other guy's face, looking like a butcher's block. It was just bone crunching stuff. Uh, uh, pretty. You got to give them guys respect that
Yeah,
bare.
quite a few. Yeah, Paulie Malignaggi is has done a few fights as well.
Yeah,
Shane Mosley as well. So, is there good money in this? 'Cause this is owned by Conor McGregor in this boxing promotion, BKFC. I think Conor
he's
McGregor's the
involved.
owner
Yeah,
of it.
he's
Or
involved in it as well. Well, I mean, it looked Lucas Brown's fight. It was nice to watch, but pretty brutal for other guy. But respect to him for getting in there.
I'm guessing there must be some money involved. There must be getting paid well for
Yeah,
like ex fighters like James Miguel to come out of time to fight. There must be
yeah.
some decent purses, I guess.
Mm. Do you see Turkey staying in the sport?
Depending how if TKO works lives up to his potential, then yes. If TKO fails, a big failure, then no. All depends how well TKO works. That TKO project with Dylan White and Nick Khan. Is it Nick Khan? Who's the guy? Is it Nick Khan or what's the guy who owns TKO? It all depends on TKO's success.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, boxing on the whole at the moment. I'm looking at a small old show. We've got a show here, 21st of November at Doncaster Dome. It's a Mark Bateson show, and I'm going to send you. I'll send you. I'm going to send you this here over to your WhatsApp. And just have a look at the rankings of that on that, and let me know what you think.
Okay.
What do you think to that?
Okay. Okay, there's a lot of fights.
Look at the rankings of them though. Now, and then that's his other show on that's on 10th of October. I mean, some of them on that show are on the next show on the 21st of November. I mean, we don't even know what's going to happen till on 10th of October. But yet, like for example, Will Harrison ranked 880. He's already booked in for 21st of November before he's even fought on 10th of October. Do you see where I'm coming from with this?
Yeah, those everybody's extremely
They're
low
all ranked
rankings.
outside 1,000, aren't they? Or ranked 880 or 1,180. So there's one here, 1,595 ranked. I mean, we're scraping the barrel. What that's the point I'm trying to make here. And why is that? Because didn't they say with all these YouTubers and Jake Paul KSI, the fans will trickle into the sport and grow it, but it hasn't happened, has it, Yemi?
Yeah, like I said, Jake Paul. The people who watch Jake Paul and KSI are just people, are just the casual who only watch them. They're not gonna watch a Cam Smith or Echo Asserman fight. They're not gonna fight the people that they tend to watch, which is the YouTubers. So you had to go in the sport because the person who's gonna watch Jake Paul isn't gonna watch like a Cam Smith or Echo Asserman or Joshua Buatsi like a hardcore fan would. So two different audiences. To make the sport better, you need to create superstar. You need to create more Andy Joshua, Tyson Furies, more Frank Bruno. You need to create superstars. That's how you grow the sport, make and also make the heavyweight division competitive again. And that's how you create. That's how you grow boxing is to create superstars.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly, mate. Well, we're out of time, but listen, it's been great to catch up with you. I forgot you were from Morecambe. I got you mixed up with I think it was Robbie who comes on. He's from London, a couple of lads from down your way. But I hope you're well. You still working on that, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, I've got my channel, I still got my my normal job, and I'm doing this channel, I'm doing my best, become like you one day, and then maybe I'll start doing
Come
interviews with
like me. You
boxers
don't
on
want to be
the
like me, mate.
channel.
Ex-convict, ex-junkie. Do me a favour. I'm
No,
not
man,
a role model. I can assure you of that. So,
yeah, but I'm like I said, I've been a fan of you for some time, so I
yeah.
definitely wanted maybe do the other Liverpool way, become a presenter, go to the actual shows, interview boxers and shows.
Yeah.
And
Okay, well, there's no wrong with that. Us having aspirations. Good luck to you, Yemi. You're a pretty clean cut kid and well spoken, so well done. And we'll have you on again. How's that?
yeah, definitely sooner than later. Definitely won't be a couple of years next time we interview. Definitely sooner, hopefully next few months we do another interview rather
All
than a
right
couple of
then.
years.
Listen, you take care. Have a great weekend and all the best to you and your family, pal.
You too. Take care, pal.
Cheers, Yemi. Bye, lad. Well, that were Yemi from Morecambe, Morecambe Basie. It's where Tyson Fury's from, isn't it? I forgot that. Memories going in at old age, mid 50s now. And that's about it, really. I've got a Porky's International video now to do, uh, which is going to be very interesting. I'm going to be doing it with the managing director of Human Nutrients. He likes the channel. Well, he should do. He's backed it. So I'm gonna have him on. He wants to talk about. He's got a few topics he wants to talk about over the next few months. So I'm gonna have Mark on as a guest every Friday, all being well. So it's all good stuff in it. But the human nutrients link will be pinned up in the comments section on both these videos. Well, every video now on both channels. And I've got to eat, haven't I? And that's about it, really. So thanks for liking and subscribing to both channels, Porky's International and Porky's Corner. And everybody have a great weekend. It was nice to catch up with Yemi, young lad there. I'm a bit embarrassed there when he said he wants to be like me. You don't want to be like me, kid. Trust me, I've made some bad decisions in my life. So, all right then. So, peace out. You take care. I hope everybody's okay. Max, I've said to you before and I'll say it again, Max. You need a gastric. Booyah.